facilitate a discussion among community leaders about their development goals and strategies. Sue fit the bill and got the job done. Sue Ellsperman is ideally suited to follow me as lieutenant governor. Her engineering background makes her an ideal problem solver, and her legislative experience will prove to be invaluable to the governor as he moves his agenda into the General Assembly.
I bring nearly 30 years of problem solving, creativity, and consensus building. I don't look at problems from a Democrat or Republican perspective. I see them as challenges to be solved. As a 20-year small business owner, I know what it means to be an entrepreneur.
Devoted to hard work and Hoosier values, earned a degree in industrial engineering.
Mike's highest priority is job creation.
Sue Ellsperman's story is an Indiana story, and she's going to make a difference for the people of Indiana as our next lieutenant governor.
Sue will serve with distinction and make us proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next Lieutenant Governor of Indiana, Sue Ellsperman.
Thank you so much, delegates. Thank you, Tanya Brothers-Bridge, for a wonderful nomination, and Mayor Wayne Siebold couldn't have asked for more of a second. And my sincerest thanks to the nearly 1,800 delegates that are here today. You are the heart of the Indiana Republican Party as elected officials, public servants, county chairs, and just many, many dedicated Hoosiers who have a strong commitment to ensuring Indiana becomes the state that works and serves as a model to our nation. And my deepest thanks to my wonderful family, my husband, Jim, my youngest of 4 daughters, Kara, 3 of my siblings coming all the way from Dallas, Texas, Pittsburgh, and as close as Bloomington, and of course my mom and dad, Tom and Betty Bagelin. Thank you so much for being the wonderful family you are. And finally, thanks to Mike Pence, Indiana's next great governor, for his invitation to serve, and to his wife, Karen, for welcoming me to the Pence team. I proudly accept the nomination of Lieutenant Governor following in the footsteps, or should I say the esteemed heels, of a great leader, Becky Skillman, who has served Hoosiers, yes. She has served Hoosiers so well in her role as Lieutenant Governor, as a state senator, and a Lawrence County elected official. Yes, because I have known and worked with Becky Skillman and her staff for the last 5 years, I did not take lightly the invitation to serve as your Lieutenant Governor. As you know, Indiana's Lieutenant Governor has a long list of statutory responsibilities, including serving first and foremost as your Secretary of Agriculture and Community Affairs, Community Rural Affairs. Agriculture is in excess of $25 billion of Indiana's economy. Growing up in the small town of Ferdinand, I want to shout out back there, and Du Bois County, I know the importance of agriculture in Indiana, and I have a great passion for our rural communities. In fact, it was while leading a dozen rural listening sessions across Indiana for the Office of Community and Rural Affairs, which reports to Becky, that I realized it was time for me to become politically involved, as I saw firsthand the challenges that our small communities face. And as a state representative in a district where no community is larger than 7,000 people, I have championed rural economic development. Be assured that I will be Indiana's strongest champion of all things rural. Come on, rural, shout out. Indiana's Lieutenant Governor also oversees other agencies, including tourism, energy and defense development, housing and community development. But of course, no job is more significant than helping the governor craft and implement policies which allow Hoosiers to prosper and families to thrive. Indiana is on its way from good to great. Governor Daniels and Lieutenant Governor Skillman led Indiana back from a fiscal abyss with major moves, achieving a first-ever AAA bond rating and record surpluses. During the last biennium, our Republican trifecta allowed us to reduce corporate taxes, increase worker rights, and to phase out the inheritance tax to become one of the nation's fastest-growing job producers. We passed far-reaching education reforms, producing more educational choices for families and students, and have begun to actually reward our best teachers. And we passed some of the strongest pro-life legislation in the country. All of these have put Indiana on the map as the state that walks the talk of small government, job creation, education excellence, and protecting the sanctity of life. And that is only the beginning. Hold on to your hats, Hoosiers, because when Mike Pence is governor, Indiana is going to break out of the pack and become the lead car in the race. My career has been spent as an engineer and a problem solver, working with hundreds of companies, nonprofits, and governmental units. As such, I am convinced that Hoosiers don't see problems as Democrat or Republican. They expect their elected officials to work together to solve problems, and that is exactly what we should and what we will do. You have my commitment that I will work with Mike and our General Assembly to ensure Indiana courageously takes on challenges, big and small, that face our state. With Mike at the helm, Indiana will be an inspiration to the nation that is struggling with uncontrolled government spending, mandates, and overregulation. Mike has the vision, the integrity, and the leadership to build an Indiana where dreams of good jobs and great schools can become a reality. I share Mike's vision and stand ready to help him make it happen for the good of all Hoosiers. Delegates and my fellow Hoosiers, the time to rally behind Mike Pence is now. Mike brings clear vision, thoughtful action, and principled leadership to the office of governor. Mike will demonstrate to Hoosiers and the rest of the nation a state that works, and I will be proud and honored to serve as Indiana's next lieutenant governor. So Hoosiers, please give it up as I ask someone very special to join me on this stage. May I present to you the next great governor of Indiana, Mike Pence.
Also, give it up for the rest of your state ticket. Tony, Greg, your families,